Right. So maybe let's get started. Hello, everyone. How have you been so far? And thank you for joining me and Kevin today. I hope 25 has been a good year so far for you. If it hasn't been, maybe you want to ask yourself why. And I hope that you did, use the hints and the tips that we shared earlier this year. If things have been great for you, I'm happy for you, and keep striving towards your goals. If not so great, it's not too late now to make some changes and take stock. And this is exactly what we're going to do today. Perform a mid-year review and take stock. How many of you work for a company? Type a 1 in the chat. And how many of you run your own company? Type a 2 in the chat. So when you run a company, you perform a mid-year review for your staff. When you work for a company, your boss do a mid-year review for you. So this is what this session aims to achieve: help you perform a mid-year review on yourself. Make improvements if you are on track. Come up with a mitigation plan if you're off track, and guide you back to the right path. Have you been overwhelmed with work lately? Daily life, children, family, handling all the big and small problems? Are you stressed? Do you have time to do everything you wanted to do and staying off your 25 goals? Are you still on track? Now you may ask, is it too late now? We're in August. It's never too late, okay? Because the snake year will only end on the 3rd of April next year. So we have probably another 6 months or so before we enter into the fire horse year. If you start today, step on the accelerator and don't procrastinate, you can still make it. You can make use of the monthly 10 gods to guide you. I will show you how you can do this later. You can also make use of the monthly auxiliary stars to go with the energy flow. You can also make use of date selection. Today, I have picked some really good dates for you, so make sure you stay till the end. So let me share with you the agenda for today, okay? We first go through the mid-year review, then I will go through the 10 gods, followed by the auxiliary stars. Then Kevin will give us a sneak peek of 2026. And then last but not least, I will give you more dates for the end of the year, okay? Now, today's event may last longer than 2 hours. So given the contents we want to share, so be prepared to stay on if you can. All right, so let's get started. Okay, now let's take stocks. Where are you today? Where do you stand with your goals? Out of these 5 categories, which category do you fall under? Do you fall under the category of the conqueror, the achiever, the chaser, the strugglers, or the dreamer? Conquerors are those who have achieved most of your goals. Congratulations to you. You can go further or slow down, spend some quality time with your family, go do some traveling, slow down, do some self-care. All right. Type a 1 if you think you belong to the group conqueror. Ah, nice. We've got only 2, and the rest, where are you? Okay, maybe you fall under the category achievers, where you are on track, okay? Meaning you have more or less completed 50% of what you have planned, okay? We are 6 months gone, all right? So basically we are at 50% of what we have planned, okay? You can give yourself a pat on the shoulder, on the back, and say, hey, good, you are hanging in there, keep going, stay focused. Results will be there soon before you know it, okay? Type a 2 if you're achiever. Ah, okay, more achiever, right? Good. I am also an achiever as well. Okay, now, what about the chaser? Okay, I think somebody mentioned that he's a chaser. So how many of you think you fall under the group the chaser? And chaser means playing catch up. You completed about 30% of what you want to do. If you belong to this group, time to accelerate or ask yourself, why are you not progressing as fast? Sometimes we are so caught up in things that we do and we lose the big picture. Okay, time to step back and take stock. Number 3, if you are a chaser. Okay. So Martin, Yeah, Daisy and Andrea, yes, right. Don't worry, let's see what we can do to help you today, okay? So how many fall under the group of struggler? Completely off track, completed less than 10% of your goals. Well, ask yourself, if the goals you have set at the beginning of the year is unrealistic, maybe time to set more realistic goals, okay? Oh, Eleonora, you're between 2 and 3, okay. Anetta, you are 4. Okay, what happened? Okay, did something major happen in the first half of the year? Is it because of health issue? Is it because someone close passed? You got retrenched? You're being promoted to a new role? What happened? Things happen in life that is not within sometimes our control, but we can always control how we act in this situation and what we want to do moving forward. If your goals are unrealistic, can you adjust your goals? Of course you can. Why? This is your goals, right? So you can adjust it anytime you want. Okay. What about those who are dreamers, our dreamers? Okay, 0, done nothing. Under this category, you ask yourself, what is wrong with you? Or maybe you have really a good reason to not do anything. Okay, maybe because you went through a divorce, a separation, maybe you have some health issues. Okay, fine. All right. Whichever category you fall under, if you still want to do something with the rest of 25, you can. What I'm going to share today is a process that most of you are familiar with, something I've been doing for the past 20 years in my corporate life, and I believe most of you have done it too. Okay, it's our mid-year performance review, where we want to perform a self-evaluation based on the goals we have set for ourselves, but this time with the help of 八字, Qi Feng Shui, and date selection. Okay, so we move on to the next slide. Now, if what I shared before and today resonates with you, share with others. Okay, you can join me in my Facebook. I've created a channel called The 5 Arts of Chinese Metaphysics, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whatever I share is what I do for myself. Professional says walk the talk. I say I walk my talk. Okay, so what I do, I share with you. I hope it will help you. Now, let's get started. Beginning of the year, if you remember, we say in our FSA talk about setting our goals for 25. Okay, before we set our goals, we need to prep ourselves, set our mindset. Okay, to set our mindset, we first need to gain clarity. Second, to realign. Third, to activate intuition. And fourth, to proceed to write our story. If you don't remember this individual process, I encourage you to go watch my YouTube channel. Watch the video that I kept in the YouTube channel, in fact. Okay, it's on my playlist somewhere. So go take a look at it again. I have also created separate videos to help you in gaining clarity, how to realign, how to activate intuition. Just look for them under my YouTube channel. You should find them. Okay. And while you're watching those videos, remember to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I will appreciate that. Then I will create more videos for you. Okay. Now, you may ask, do I have to redo the entire process? Redo what I did earlier this year? Yes and no. It depends on which category you fall under, right? If you're completely off track or at 0, then maybe yes, redo the 4 steps process. Okay. If you fall under the group of the conqueror, where you have already achieved what you want to achieve in 25, then what you may want to do is think about what you want to do next, what you want to achieve next. Or you can take a break, plan for a well-deserved vacation with your family. Maybe you have neglected them because you were so focused on achieving your goals at the beginning of, at the first half of this year. Okay. Now, if you are on track or in progress with your goals, you may really want to take stock. Okay. Start with what you have written at the beginning of the year, use it as a base, and then start from there. This also applies to those who are off track or at 0. Okay. You can also use what we have written this year earlier as your base, build on it, fine tune it, replace it. Remember, they are your goals. You can change them, fine tune them. Okay. And start taking actions. So how do we do it? Review your story. This is how you can proceed, okay? If you want to focus only on step 4, your story, your goals, this is what you can do. Start by reading what you have written, what you have set out to accomplish for 25, what are your key goals on the professional, personal, and financial front. Take stock. What you have already achieved, acknowledge your wins. Be proud of the progress you have made. Ask yourself, what has changed since January? Did you get better? Did you make any progress in your projects? Have your priorities shifted? Did you meet with new opportunities or challenges that reshaped your path? This is the moment to pause and reflect. For the next 6 months, what is it you want to achieve? What is it that you can do to achieve your goals? Maybe time to fine-tune, adapt, change your strategy to achieve your goal. There is a French saying, il y a que les imbéciles qui ne changent pas. Only fools don't change, or only idiots don't change, right? So be bold enough to adapt, be wise enough to refine your path. Okay, take this opportunity to fine-tune and elevate your journey. Stay open, focus, and keep moving forward with clarity, purpose, and build that momentum. The best is yet to be. Next, what do we see? Once you have read your story, you may want to rewrite all of it or part of it, okay? List down your wins, big and small. Then pinpoint the actions that produce them. Recognize your failures or missed targets and articulate the root cause behind them. Extract key lessons from both outcomes to define your new approach. Update your action list, prioritize high-impact steps, and drop what you no longer need. Identify the essential resources. Do you need new skills? Do you need new tools? Do you need financial support? Do you need a mentor? Do you need a change in environment? Find a mentor whose expertise and mindset can accelerate your progress. My mentor is Kevin. He's the one that helped me change my mindset. Be open to collaboration and opportunities that the universe might send your way. Practice gratitude and mindfulness to remain receptive. Define your goals for the next 6 months. Be precise, be realistic. Can you achieve them within this timeline? Set clear, quantifiable targets. Anticipate challenges. For example, is time a constraint? Do you have motivation dips? Sometimes motivated, sometimes not so. Do you have a resource issue? Outline concrete strategies to overcome each one. Whether it's better time management, taking accountability, or seeking help sooner. Brainstorm on the solution. What do I need to overcome these challenges? Who can help me? What resources do I need? Can I find a mentor? Learn from someone? Should I take a public speaking class? Personally, I went to the US. Those who have seen my post on Instagram, I went to the US in June, and I went to Brazil as well in May. So when I was in the US, I attended a 3-day conference to understand the US market, okay? And I visited also a global customer to present my company's solution because I work for a company. I also met with my US team to understand how my department can continue to support them to achieve our business targets, okay? So by rewriting your plan, you tap into clarity, resilience, and resourcefulness. Stay adaptable, stay inspired, and most of all, commit, okay? Commit to taking each step. Your next chapter is waiting. It is fully within your control if you stay focused and get to it. Last but not least, I want you to visualize, okay? Visualize. Do a final check on the outcome you want. Visualize your outcome, your success. Picture yourself reaching that milestone, the sense of fulfillment, satisfaction, confidence gain, and the opportunities that falls at your doorstep. Plan to celebrate your victory. Perhaps take a well-deserved break. Share your accomplishment with your loved ones. or treat yourself to something meaningful. Visualize your success, see yourself being empowered, satisfied, and energized by what you have accomplished. Okay? Feel the gratitude, motivation, fueling your next chapter. You need to honor your journey. You have earned this celebration. Your growth will inspire both yourself and those people around you. Picture yourself celebrating with a bottle of champagne while you welcome the year 2026. This is what you need to do. Okay? Now, for those who need a reset, these are some of the dates. Take a screenshot. And for those who want to reset and do steps 1, 2, 3, 4, again, here are some dates in August that I have selected for you. You may need dates to gain clarity, to realign, to activate your intuition, and/or to rewrite your story. For those who only need to realign, use only the realign date. For those who need only to activate intuition, then use the intuition dates. Do what you have to do. If you miss these dates, go to Typing Astro to find your own dates. I have shown you how you can do it the last time. If you don't remember, go rewatch my past videos or go rewatch, the FSA video that I recorded earlier this year. These dates that I've selected are according to your personal palaces. For example, if your personal Tao palace is in the north, you need to back north on the 1st of September from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and manifest for clarity. If you are not free on the 1st of September, you can make use of the generic date, which is the 18th of August, where you go to the south sector of your home and back to your personal Tao palace and make your manifestation. Again, I have a few videos on manifestation and even provided you with some mantras. So go look for them under my YouTube channel. Same for alignment, except we tap on the desire palace. For intuition, we tap on your intuition palace. And to rewrite your story, you want to tap on your destiny palace. So for example, if your destiny palace is in the north, back north on the 20th of August between 3 to 5 p.m., you can manifest via meditation or practice what we call conscious meditation or writing meditation. In this practice of writing meditation, you observe and capture your thoughts on paper using writing as a meditative tool. This practice enhances mindfulness, allows you to deep dive into your reflection. It helps with emotional control, and you are present during the meditation because you are writing. Or you can go to the East Palace on the 24th of August from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Back north to manifest or rewrite your story. If north is your personal destiny palace, all right? Now, these generic dates that I have selected for you are all in August, and they follow a sequence. If you look at the clarity, the generic date highlighted in yellow below, right here, let me show you, yeah, right here, right? 18th of August, it's a date for clarity. And then 20th of August is the date for alignment. And 21st of August is the date for intuition. And 24th of August is the day you write your story. All right. So you all know that the 7th month, right, will officially start on the 23rd. So I would suggest that you use these dates to do your manifestation on the 18th, 20th, 21st, just before the Hungry Ghost Festival. And then on the 24th, it will be good if you start. I wouldn't encourage you to manifest just by sitting down and manifesting. I would encourage you to take a pen and piece of paper to write down, to do the writing meditation instead. Okay, because it's not really advisable to go into a manifestation mode in the month of the Hungry Ghost Festival. All right. Now, all of you know where your destiny palace is, intuition palace is, and all that. Do you know? Okay. Type who doesn't know? Who doesn't know? If you don't know, type a 0. So for the sake of people who don't know, let me just share this with you. Can you see a different screen now? Yes, okay, right. So I'm in a software that I use, so I type in Astro, all right? So let me go to Destiny Book. So if I plot a new chart, you just have to enter your name. For example, I enter Irene, and then I select the gender, female, okay? And if I say 15 August, 15 August, maybe not 25, you're not born today, maybe 2029, can you plot the chart? All right, so basically this is the personal achievement chart of Irene. Well, they took the 25, never mind. So basically the Destiny Palace of Irene here is highlighted in red. Okay, so basically the Destiny Palace of Irene is in the north. Okay, the Intuition Palace of Irene is in the west. And the Tao Palace of Irene is in the south. And the Desire Palace of Irene is in the southeast. Okay, so this is how you identify your palaces. You just go to any software, either typing Astro or any other software out there. Okay, look for your Tao Palace, your Intuition Palace, your Destiny Palace, and your Desire Palace. Okay, now let me close this. Okay, right. So do you see the screen with the dates again? In your typing Astro version doesn't show the palaces. Maybe you have the free version then, okay? So you might want to upgrade it to the standard or the elite version. I mean, I have the elite version. So whatever you see on my screen, these are all the elite functionalities, okay? So if you don't get the same, you don't see the same things as I see, that means you don't have the elite version, then you might want to upgrade them to the elite version. Elite version is pretty good because you can have a lot of information there, okay? Right. So let me see. So this is the elite version. All right. So you can see here, if you go if you hover your mouse around these things, you get the annotation. So this is what I get when I pay for the elite version. And then they have this new AI functionality as well. They talk about the access palace in a given situation, recommend palace based on the palace. So for example, if I want to, wait, let me try this one. Not very familiar yet. So access palace in a given situation. For example, I want to access the North Palace. Okay, so North Palace for this person, North person, current situation, I'm gonna check career. Okay, access palace. So it's running, it's assessing. Right, and then you give the AI will give you a little bit of a write-up about the North sector if you're asking for career. All right, so lots of interesting information if you subscribe to the Elite package and if you get access to the AI package as well. So I really like this software, okay? And it's being developed by one of our fellow practitioners, okay? So let me go back to our subject of discussion. Let me bring it back to the other screen again. Okay, right. Okay, right. So now you know, right? We all have a choice. Either you do something or do nothing with your life. It's up to you. Okay, take the lead. You have 6 months. Now, don't procrastinate. Set your milestones. Double up. Define your toll gates. Deadlines. Give yourself a deadline and you review every month to see where you are. That takes me to the next topic for today. How you can make use of the 10 gods in your party chart to guide you in the next few months, and how we can use the auxiliary stars. All right. Now, before I move on to the auxiliary stars, I want to pay tribute to one of my mentor and also a coach from the JY team. Nancy Yeoh. She passed away recently. It was a very sudden news for me. I don't know if you all know Nancy. She was someone, at least to me, very motherly, down to earth, always there to give advice. And what I really like about her is her outlook and her philosophy of life. She's sincere, she's real, she's authentic, someone with integrity and gratitude. She was the first coach from JY team who gave me my first Shimen consult many years ago, when I started, with my Chinese metaphysics journey. So those of you who follow her on Facebook, you know that she always posts heartwarming messages on Facebook. You can't go back and one of her last posts was, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. This is Nancy's message for us, and I would like to reiterate the message to you today. Nancy, wherever you are, may you be happy and free. As your student, I will continue to honor you, your teachings, and your values. I thank the universe for allowing our path to cross this lifetime, just like how my path has crossed with all of you here with me today. May you, Nancy, rest in peace. Let's take a moment of silence for Nancy and send her our thought, okay, before we continue. Okay, let's now move on to the useful gods. So, we all have our yearly useful god and our monthly useful god, okay? It is different for each day master, and how you can find your useful gods. Let me show you. This is a buzzer chart. Do you see the screen where I'm showing the 10 gods? Okay. So this is the buzzer chart for a day master who is a jiazi. Okay. With the application I'm using, Typing Astro, if you go to the focus mode, so this is the focus mode here, you will be able to see the luck, the year pillar, okay, the life cycle, of course, next year as well, and you'll be able to see the different useful gods for the different months. All right, so the annual useful god for this jiazi person is rock wealth, and you can also see the hidden useful gods. All right, and you can see the monthly useful gods. So in August, it's friend. In September, it's rock wealth. In October, it's eating god. In November, it's hurting officer. And in December, it's indirect wealth. All right, this is how you see. Now, moving on to the next slide. So the year useful god for this chart is rock wealth, and August useful god is friend. I will not go into detail for the hidden useful god I will just focus on the year and the month. I remember once Dato actually said to us, if you can already do what is in the obvious stems, you can forget about the hidden useful gods. Because there's already so much you need to do. It's already great if you can do the obvious and forget about the hidden. All right. In this application, they provide annotation on the useful gods. These annotations provide you the keywords and it will give you an idea of what you want to do. You know, people like me have been doing Chinese metaphysics for a few years, not as long as Kevin, so I don't remember everything. All right, so this software was very helpful for me to continue my practice, let's say. So let me give you an example. This chart is a chart of Rina. She is a managing director for a company in which she has a small shareholding. She wants to increase the corporate revenue by 10% in 25 with a new technology that her company has been working on for the last few years. She's ready to launch the new technology in the market. She also needs to raise 5 million in funding so that her company can engage in further R&D. Rob Wealth is the annual 10 gods for her. What does it mean? She can expect a competitive landscape in 25. She will need to rely on partnerships, investors, and teamwork to get through the year. Yet, there are many things she will have to do personally. She needs to be the leader. She needs to take the lead. Design strategies to beat competition, drive the action plan, engage in discussions with her business counterpart, talk to potential investors. She will need to network, sell her vision and her ideas. To increase her company's revenue by 10%, she can also leverage the strength of the Rob Wealth star. Did you know that the Rob Wealth star brings abundant opportunities, and gives a favorable conditions for both wealth and career? She can have her team focus on innovating the product or service offering to capture new markets. She can enhance marketing strategies by using data-driven insights and expand channels for better customer reach. She needs to cultivate strategic partnerships that can boost revenue and brand visibility. She can invest in talent development to improve operational efficiency and enhance customer satisfaction. Now, if she wants to obtain more funding for R&D, what can she do? She must present a compelling business case, highlighting the market potential, innovation, impact, and ROI. Maybe explore government grants, subsidies, or innovation funds. Are these not opportunities to rob from the government? Public spending? She can also engage with venture capitalists or angel investors who have an interest in her industry. What about considering crowdfunding or strategic corporate partnerships, focusing on collaborative R&D? She can use the positive energy from the Rob Wealth to influence and strengthen her network and foster good investor relations. Once she has done her homework and know what her competitors are offering and what the market wants, there are a lot of things she can do in 25. What about launching the idea of a brainstorming workshop with key stakeholders in her company? She launches the workshop idea, then she delegates the organization and planning of the workshop to her team. She can also monitor the progress of the organization of the workshop by having regular weekly meetings to ensure that everything is still on track. During the workshop, she can kickstart by sharing company's vision, market trends, competitive analysis, and what investors are looking for. Then she can move on with brainstorming on how to arrive at the objective of 10% revenue growth and getting that 5 million funding for future R&D. At the end of the workshop, they should have an idea of what projects need to be launched, assign an owner for these projects, start the feasibility study of these projects. This is how Rena can use her Rock Wealth useful God. She needs to connect, communicate, perform competitive analysis when talking to peers in the industry, understand the market, take the lead to kickstart the workshop, to decide what projects to work on and assign the projects to her team. Isn't this leveraging on her team? Isn't this teamwork? Understanding investors' requirement. Isn't this strengthening her business partnership? From time to time, she can organize work lunches or team events to encourage team building. This is one way she can show her appreciation towards the team. Let me share with you how a good leader can leverage on her team just by team building alone. Team building actually offers significant advantages for organization. We do a lot in our company, including improving communication, higher productivity, because we don't only talk about work, we have fun together. It increases our creativity. And then, people whom I am not very close or that I don't really work with, only from time to time, when I go to a team building event, I get to know them better. And it kind of built a stronger team cohesion. And it built also the team morale. So this is exactly what anyone with Rock Wealth and has a team to manage should do. Isn't this a good use of her annual Rock Wealth staff? This will keep her very busy for the year. Now, can she make use of this Rock Wealth star in her personal life? Of course she can. She may want to improve her relationship with her husband. What can she do? She can dedicate quality time and have open communication with her husband to understand better each other, balance work life and personal life, to ensure that she's always present, to give emotional support to her husband, share goals and involve her husband in some aspect of her work, fostering teamwork and mutual understanding. Even for myself, sometimes when I come back from the office, I do, talk to my husband a little bit about my work. I'm sure some of you does as well. To share, what's happening at work, at home. Probably not spend, 90% of our time talking about it, but at least share something, right? So she must be careful to not take her work home and spend some quality time with her husband. She can engage in shared activities or hobbies to strengthen the bond between them, create happy moments. And she must be the one who organizes these activities because she has to take the lead this year at work and at home. Rock Wealth, right? She has to lead. She needs to stay patient and she needs to carry a positive mindset. Now, let's look at what she can do in August with friend as a 10 god. If you look at the annotation from Typing Astro, it says friends, classmates, and comrades. It also says connecting with people, sales influence, event management. It mentions also socializing, making friends, team building, sales and marketing, social media, relationship building. If you apply to Rena's context, after 7 months of groundwork, August could be a month where she practiced self-love, take care of herself, go on a vacation, go for a retreat, treat herself to a spa, a 3-star Michelin restaurant, do something for herself, take time for herself. She can also hang out with friends, family, a month to recharge and resource and come back stronger. She should take some time off work. If she wants to carry on working, she can plan her agenda to participate in events organized by others. Take a more laid-back approach, right? Rock Wealth, she take the lead. Friendstar, she go with the flow. She participate in events organized by other people. That's a slight difference. Okay? Now, she can attend industry events, trade shows, continue with socializing and networking if she wants to continue working, right? But under a more chill and relaxed atmosphere. She can also start speaking informally about her plans, projects, paint a beautiful picture of the new technology, of what it can do, sell the vision and the future with optimism. She can also share with interested buyers, partners, and investors, tease them a little bit with what will be coming up while not revealing everything. In September, Rob Wealth is her thank God. She will be the one who will be taking the lead to organize events for people to attend or participate in events where she will have a bigger role to play, like maybe own a stand in the trade show to market her company's new technology and keep an eye on what her competitors are doing. What about a mini workshop incorporating a team event to debrief on projects progress versus weekly meetings she has been doing? What about connecting with investors, partners, and buyers to give them a Q3, a Q3 update and a Q4, Q4 forecast on the revenue and R&D progress? On the personal front, she can continue to hang out with her friends and family or take the initiative to plan something. Remember Rob Wealth? She takes the lead, she plans. So she can organize a party, organize a short getaway with her husband, take the lead to do something fun with family, friends, loved ones. Now, what is it in October? Let's see. October, it's her monthly Eating God. It's there. So Eating God, a month of creation, innovation, a month to review her go-to market strategy. What can she do is brainstorm with her R&D team, product division, and marketing department. Share some of these ideas with the investors and partners, get their feedback over a casual work lunch, continue to tease them with what is coming, and get them excited. On the personal front, she can look into doing something exciting and new with her husband. Maybe try skydiving, or maybe go to a Coldplay concert. Who knows? They may be caught in a kiss cam. Okay, but this time they will still stay together, because they're not cheating on each other, right? So that's fine. So when you have the Eating God star coming in, this means that you must enjoy life simply. So she can buy herself some nice clothes for those social events and business events that she has to attend, and maybe bring some investors or potential investors to nice restaurants and then charge it to the company credit card. This could be a good month as well for family planning. Why? EG is creation. Isn't procreation creation? In November, Cutting Officer, it's her monthly thank God. A month where she needs to influence, speak, sell, and communicate. So in November, this is what she needs to do. A month that she needs to be seen, be in the limelight. If she is being invited to events as a speaker, she should go. Also a good month to launch campaigns on her new technology. This month's energy will allow her to speak with charisma, confidence, and passion. Be present in trade shows and events, inspire others, sell her vision, sell the company's vision. So in the note, if you have a HO in the month, self-awareness is key. As people has the tendencies to dominate discussion, HO people talk a lot. So HO, self-awareness, is key as people, tend to talk a lot with HO. They need to remain open to feedback to maintain the good team dynamics. On a personal front, if she has something she needs to say to her husband, she will definitely speak her mind this month. So she must be careful in the words that she uses. Use words that are soft and gentle. She needs to communicate with tact and diplomacy. She may talk about family planning, and this is one of their projects this year. Yet, HO clashes with DO, which is a spouse star, so they will talk. There will be risk of different opinions and conflicting viewpoints. As long as she stays open and receptive, it will be okay. In December, indirect wealth is her monthly thank gods. What can she do? Any guess? What can she do? Type on a chat if you know what Rena can do with indirect wealth. No one has any clue? So, business opportunity, investment, what else? Talk about here project, okay? Good. Right. So this is the time to talk to investors and funders. Present them the progress of the project and the R&D plan. Remember, she started talking to them and provided them a teaser in September. Now is the time to give them a little bit more details. December is also the time in a lot of companies where shareholders and partners and even investors wants to know where they will land in terms of revenue and earnings for the year. She can take the opportunity to share more on what is upcoming in Q1 in terms of new product launch, new R&D progress, or new projects that will need more investment or resources to generate the forecasted income of the coming year. December as well could be the month where funding, investment, or revenue will start coming in. Maybe an unexpected government grant that has been approved. Indirect wealth means money unexpected coming in. Indirect wealth involves taking risk. Maybe a competitor will approach them for collaboration, maybe a joint R&D, maybe they will be acquired by a bigger company, who knows? Since they have been talking to VCs and angel investors, maybe the deal will be closed in December. She needs to also control spending, as indirect wealth can lead to impulsive and extravagant spending. So cash flow management and risk control are important. On a personal front, opportunities may present itself. Can it be a personal investment? Yes. There may be a possibility that she'll be offered more shares as a result of a company buyout. Possible? Why not? Or she may find an underpriced property up for grab. Who knows? Now, I hope you have liked the example that I just provided. It gives you an indication of how you can use our monthly useful god in this slide that you see here. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. In this slide and the next slide, I have provided you a summary on the keywords of the useful gods. For example, for friend, one must practice self-love, focus on personal growth, connect with people, do not seek to compete, do not isolate yourself and neglect teamwork, do collaborate with trustworthy peers. Yes, this can also be applicable for annual star influence. Yes, exactly, you're right, Fong Fong. So do build mutual support networks, do acknowledge and share achievements, don't compete with friends or allies, don't isolate yourself in solo ventures, don't do things alone, don't neglect team contributions. For raw wealth, one needs to lead, yet leverage on teamwork. One needs to be strong and assertive, but not to the extent of undermining others, taking shortcuts, or infringing ethics. Do lead boldly and take initiative. Do leverage on strategic partnerships. Do be assertive in negotiations. Don't undermine others for personal gain. Don't take risky shortcuts. Be ethical. Don't cross the ethical boundaries. For eating God, one needs to create, invent, and innovate. Brainstorm new ideas, build upon existing. Eating God energies actually brings harmony and wealth and warmth to relationships and to the workplace. So do be creative. Brainstorming with others can bring in more ideas. Do enhance work-life balance, not forgetting to enjoy life. Do share knowledge and talents with others. Don't be complacent or indulgent. Don't enjoy and forget to work. Don't neglect practical goals. So, Chin Mary, so only do the actions printed in white for all useful gods. These are the keywords, Chin Mary. You can do a lot more things. And in order to know what you need to do exactly, it's best you talk to someone or you apply it to your case. Just like what I've done, earlier on, before I gave you all these keywords, I took a case study, right? And I apply and understand the components that this person is going through. And then I apply the 10 God. Okay. So for herding officer, you will need to speak freely and you will be heard. But do not dominate a conversation and ignore the feedback. Be wise in your choice of words. You will have success in fields demanding creativity and outspoken leadership. Risk to challenge authority and get into trouble. So herding officer, if you challenge your boss, do you think your career will be smooth sailing? No, right? So must go with your boss' idea, then everything will be okay. Yes, Fong Fong, the things in white are the positive things. This is the do's. And those in yellow are things you should avoid. These are the don'ts. All right. So, do speak your mind, but be constructive. If you have HO, do innovate, think out of the box, don't challenge authority, don't isolate others with your blunt words, don't hurt other people with your blunt words. Think about what you say before you say. Don't disregard the value of teamwork. If we move to the next slide, for direct officer, do uphold integrity, be reliable, get organized, stay focused, do follow and enforce rules, do cultivate respect through actions, don't be overly rigid or dogmatic, don't ignore opportunities that comes along, don't micromanage or stifle the progress of subordinate. For 7K, 7 killings, do lead and be proactive. Act decisively in fast-moving environment. Do influence and channel ambition towards positive goals. Do build resilience under pressure. Don't react impulsively to challenges. Don't create unnecessary conflict. Don't forget self-care and neglect yourself and your own emotions. For direct resource, do pursue continuous learning, upgrade, upskill. Do offer help and mentorship to other people. When you help others, you learn as well. For example, when I'm preparing this session, this event for you, I have learned along the way as well. Do based on facts when you make decisions. Don't be overly protective. Don't become passive or detached. Don't ignore your own needs. For indirect resource, trust your intuition. Embrace creative thinking. Explore unconventional solutions. Don't get lost in overthinking. Don't withdraw socially or professionally. Don't isolate yourself. Don't resist practical feedback. Be open to feedback. For direct wealth, you need to be in control. You need to plan ahead. You need to be diligent. You need to stay focused, reorganize to gain efficiency, be disciplined and pragmatic. Do not be rigid. Do not micromanage. Look at the big picture. Career and business can be attained only through hard work, not through quick wins or shortcuts. Manage your finance diligently. Hard work meaning towards your goals. Budget and plan for long term. Don't spend carelessly or ignore savings. Don't depend on striking 4D or Lotto. Don't depend on windfall luck. It will not work for you. Don't let opportunities slip by. Seize them when opportunities come along. Indirect wealth, you seek to conquer. Invest, work smart versus work hard. Take calculated risk. Stay open to new income streams. Network widely for new business leads. Take calculated risk. Don't gamble recklessly. Don't chase current trends and follow people blindly. Perform due diligence in investment and ventures. Do your homework. Check your data. Now, have you all taken your screenshot? I'm going to move to the next slide. Okay. Now, let's look at how we can use the auxiliary stars. For example, in the chart of Rina, the good stars are in red and the not so good stars are in black. If we look at August, the thriving day, indicates that in the month of August, she can expect good energy within the month. Hence, she can target to undertake more activities and do more to harness the positive energy. That said, she also has the sickness charm, which means she may encounter some health issues. Hence, she needs to take care of her health. In September, she has a peach blossom star, which will attract people to her, both good and bad. She will attract them all, attracting potential customers, clients, investors to the events that she's organizing, which is good. But at the same time, don't you think competition will also attend these events? She's attracting both good and bad people. With Golden Lock, she can also expect money or funds to come in. With Grand Duke, she will be in the spotlight. Everyone's eyes will be on her. I can go on and on. Okay. Now, let me move to the next slide. Okay, going into date selection for Rina. For your date selection, I will give it to you later after Kevin finish the sneak preview of 2026. Okay. Now, in Chinese metaphysics, date selection is very important. I have picked 3rd of October, a success day. It's a day of the wood snake that combines with her year pillar. She can meet her potential investor on this day at the Dragon Hour at 8:30 to talk business, have a business breakfast, right? On this day at 8:30, there are 3 harmony and 6 harmony, a great day to undertake any important activity. However, something unexpected may pop up with destruction. She has to be prepared. Okay, let me just show you this part here. So this is Rina's chart. There is a little icon here called date selection. So before I go there, you see, if I go on the focus mode, right, these are all the 10 gods. Okay, so if I click indirect resource, I get the annotations, and it will have a pop-up window like that that tells me the people, the talents, the responsibilities and stuff like that, right? So if you go to, let's say this one here, indirect wealth, you get to see it too. And again, the package that I have is elite package. And I think only elite package give this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not sure about the standard because I don't have them, right? But I have the elite package. If you sign up for the elite package, you get this as well. Okay. Then here, if you go to the date selection, so one thing I like about this software is it tells me as well the interaction between the pillars. So if I go into this interaction icon here, if I look at full interaction, all right, I can see the relationship between Rina's destiny chart against August, against the year, and also against the luck pillar. All right, so it will tell you what is 3 harmony. So if you click on 3 harmony, it tells you what is 3 harmony. 3 harmony is skilled at communication and diplomacy, well love, blah, blah, blah. And then if you click at 6 harmony, you know, it tells you what 6 harmony is. Okay. And then this is between the month and year, you have a directional combo. So what is directional combo? You can click on it. So you see all the formulas of combo, harmony, harm, destruction, everything is in there already. All right. So I don't have to remember. I rely on the software, to tell me. And then from there, I integrate what harm is. So for example, destruction. I told you just now, right? On the 3rd of October, destruction. So let me show you later on destruction that. So destruction means something that could happen unexpectedly. Okay, so let me go there. Right, so these are the relationship, and then you can see the luck pillars relationship, because I'm in the interaction sector. Okay, and then they have auxiliary stars. So this is the yearly auxiliary stars. You can see the yearly auxiliary stars. But then here, right, if you look at a focus mode, you have your monthly auxiliary stars as well, which is actually very helpful. Okay, if you want to make use. Now, if you click on the auxiliary stars, here I click on general. General star means represents leadership, authority, and courage. So in the month of December, all right, anybody with general star in as an auxiliary, this is the month whereby the general star will visit you, meaning you will be supported by people of authority. Okay, because the star is coming into you. All right. And then Tai Chi Noble, and then you have here Tai Chi Nobleman. If you think on Tai Chi Nobleman, right? You will get help, from someone, right? You get a nobleman, probably in a more emotional side, probably in a more, I would say, coaching side, right? Study hall. So you click there, it says it brings intelligence, academic success, and scholarly achievement. So maybe in the month of November, this is a good month for Rena to actually engage in good discussions in terms of the R&D project to learn more about the technical aspects of the project. Okay. Right. So, I mean, all these different things here, if you don't know much about the stars, you can sign up for this elite package, and then you can get these annotations to guide you along. All right. Now, let me go to the date selection. So there's an icon here called date selection. Okay. So I have picked the 3rd of October. So let's see, October 3rd. Okay. Yeah, October 3rd. This is good. Then I have picked, I think, 8 a.m. update. Right. So you see, it's a success day. It's a wood day. And it actually combines with snake, rooster, ox, and monkey. And because Rena has a rooster in her year, so actually the 3rd of October combines with her. Okay, and how we know? There's already a 3 harmony. So the software already tells you there's a 3 harmony. Of course, you click on it, they tell you what 3 harmony is. Okay, right. So these are the good stars as well that's happening on that day. Hopefully the investor or the people or the person that she's meeting is not, born in the day of the pig, because it's clash with pig, right? But she wouldn't know. Anyway, you pick a day that's good for you because you are the person who's going to organize the meeting. Okay, and you see destruction here again. Destruction is there, right? So there will be changes, unexpected events. Maybe they can go into a discussion, right? That's very driven, outspoken. They change their, they share their ideas. Okay, they may not necessarily agree, but it will be good. It will be a good discussion, even though their viewpoints doesn't coincide. They can learn from each other because this is a success day, and this is a day that combines with her. All right. So in date selection, we look at our day, the day we are born, okay, and the year. So from our natal chart, we focus on the day and the year, and that's why this software actually pulls out the day and the year, okay, and then we tag the relation or the interaction of the day and the year together with the day that we select. Okay, so basically this is Rena's data chart, right? So Rena is born her day master is Jiazi, and she's born in the year of the Jing You. All right, so this is her year that she's born in, the day she's born in. And then with her day master and the year she's born, we plot the day chart with the month, the year of the year, which is Yi Si, the month in October, which is Yi You, and then the day Yi Si again, And then the hour, I've picked the dragon hour at 8 o'clock, right? So it's Geng Wu, right? So these are the different functionalities here, right? And even this free 2025 chat box, this is actually I think an animal sign forecast that was launched beginning of this year. If you type your day and time of birth, it will tell you your animal signs. And I actually share this with my French colleague, and they really love it. There is a French version as well. So it's kind of a good tool to have fun, to say you enter your day and time of birth, they give you your auxiliary stars, and then they will tell you, okay, if you have the snake in your month pillar, these are the auxiliary stars. And in the year of 2025, if you have these auxiliary stars, what is in store for you? So if you haven't tried this chatbot, you can. Let me then move back to the sharing again. I will come back to date selection later, okay, where I will provide you more dates for the rest of the year. I hope you have enjoyed what I have shared so far, because now you want to learn more about the fire horse here? Yeah, I think Kevin is ready. So sneak peek year of the fire horse, right? Kevin, our honorable guest, my mentor, my friend, and my sifu, all yours.
Thank you, everybody. How's everyone doing? On a faithful night tonight, right? So it's almost 9:30, 9:20, 9:30 right now. Right, so hopefully everyone's doing fine, right? So it's really getting close to approaching my sleep time. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding, guys. All right, so now we are going into the year of the horse, right? So I know it's a bit early. First of all, I know it's a bit early. First, so we are going into the year of horse, which is going to be a year of fire horse. So as a practitioner, there is a bit of a advantage that we have, is that we get to prepare. Actually, now is the time where everybody start to prepare for the year of the fire horse, right? So we start to plot all the charts, especially the Sensha, the auxiliary star for the year of 2026. Right, so now I've done the plotting already, even the Shimon, everything is done together, right? So we start to analyze the chart right now. So what I'm doing right now is that, I will give you a bit of a sneak peek on some of the information that has already been reviewed. And today we're going to concentrate on the biggest changes that you can expect. So as the title and mean, right? So it's actually the biggest dip. I straight away go for the bad news first. Right. So this sort of session, they like to go for the good news, but I straight away go for the bad news first. Because why? I want those people with this animal sign, right now, to actually to fully utilize your 6 months. Right, because if you don't fully utilize your 6 months, if you're still having that particular attitude or that particular thinking pattern of, no, it's all right, I'll wait until next year. It could be pretty bad, right? It could be pretty bad, right? So that's why, we are going to be taking a look at this, right? So now, like the chart, right? So come. All right, so now you guys want to get in touch with me, these are all the channels that's available for you to get in touch with me, right? So now we got a Facebook channel with the community channel with a very nice plushie there, right? So later all my slide also is all plushie. We are in plushie mode nowadays. Right, so and also there is a what we call a forecast, right? Money forecast, or it's a newsletter. So newsletter is basically an email service, right? So I know for some of you, maybe there's too many apps inside your phone already. You don't want to install another app. So what you can do is that you can sign up for a mailing service, right? So they will mail you some forecasts. Right, so and of course, the channel that I use to communicate a lot, where I go, where is it, anything to download will be in the Telegram, right? So you can get in touch with me in any one of these form. Come, let's go. Move. All right, so now when we talk about animal sign, this is the part that you'll be looking at, right? So that is the part where you have animal signs. So everybody got 4 animal signs, right? So don't panic, right? So now to me, now today, if it's in any one of these 4, you are going to be affected by the sudden change of the energy next year. So from this year onward, you should fully utilize the auspicious energy that's around, right? So that you don't end up next year only you will see it. Will this session be on YouTube? I think so. No idea. This is every year, right? So now we compile all the information together. So this is basically a one pager. All the information is there. So if you are a practitioner with this one pager, you can do everything already. Right. So I'll combine the achievement, I'll combine the feng shui inside. I've also combined the what we call the 八字 12 animal 神煞 inside. So now to talk about the 神煞, now every single year all the star get collected and then we redistribute the star based on the annual what you call the uh grandeur, right? So this year the grandeur is the snake. For 2025 is the snake. So all the animal sign will be rearranged in relation to the snake. So next year is the horse. So now we will all rearrange everything in relation with the horse. So in essence, every single year the star is the same. It's the same group of stars, right? So there's about 100 of them actually, right? So we will arrange them. So everybody get a turn to use the star. So which means the star will actually travel to all the subsequent animal signs. So it's pretty fair system, this one, right? So this is the annual system where we call it auxiliary star or 神煞 system. So can you see that the star will basically change? So of course, this one is the basis that we, a lot of time, if you see a lot of practitioner, they tell you that, oh, this year, this animal sign is basically like 5-star. So if you just, take a broad look at this, you can already see that, next year rabbit seems to be pretty awesome. So if this year rabbit sucks, which this year rabbit sucks a bit, next year is a great year. So if next year is gonna be a great year, this year, it's kind of sucks. What should you do this year? You should do all your groundwork and preparation. Right? No point if you don't do any groundwork, no do any preparation, and you continue to sulking around, this particular year. So next year, when you have reached all these good stuff come to you, right? What's the point? You are not ready, right? So you're not ready for it, right? So yes, those beautiful animal signs were riding the wind this year, right? So now come, let's take a look at, I've just picked up 3 of it, right? So in the actual FSA that we'll be doing together with Catherine, right? We will go through every one of these. We'll go through everything in detail so that you have enough information to work on your plan for next year, right? So, but that one is going to be on the FSA later. We'll talk about that. Come, let's go in and take a look at one of the animal signs. So one of the animals I know very cute here, I got a plushy little rat here, right? Just tell you the story, but this one is actually generated using the situation, right? So now you can see this year the rat is basically one of the best in this particular year. Those that have rat one this year is basically just flying high, right? So you got all the good star together. So now what happened when you have all the good star together? So they indicate a year of abundance for this particular rat, 2025. So you can just imagine the rat here, having a lot of food, I don't know whether you guys have seen those rat, squirrel, what they do when they have a lot of food. They stuff all the food inside their mouth, so they don't know, they don't want to hide where one, right? So can you see that the auspicious star suddenly just drop until like non-existing? And then the inauspicious star suddenly just increase until like the amount of health. So what happened here is that this is like somebody who have hide a lot of food and then suddenly their hiding place or while you stuff everything into your mouth, you run, and then you just trip and everything just fall down. I actually have to type the entire thing into ChatGPT to produce this. And the fella did a good job, right? Cute, isn't it? Right, so that this is where you take a tailor. Now, for other people who have who doesn't do this sort of plotting, right? So what you do is that you wait until the year come, then only you found out that shit, got this. So now you got 6 months, right? What are the things that you should actually be doing? Make sure that you know how to save. This is the only thing. Make sure that you know how to save. Like exactly for example, right? If let's say that the rat is in your hour, so your hour is talking about your investment, right? So a lot of time we talk about hour talking about your investment. So this is a time for you to basically secure your investment. Secure investment is very simple. This year, if you want to invest, you better invest. Next year, you better don't touch anything, right? So you better disconnect whatever. Better even if you don't look at the market next year. Okay. right? So don't get tempted to do any selling, don't get tempted to do any buying, right? So now, these are the some of the things that you need to go and pre-plan yourself with this, because a lot of people doesn't know, especially we all Chinese, they got this saying, 乐以生悲. What happened is that when you are in a good time, right, you are so happy, your head is so above the sky that you do not know or do not prepare for whatever that's coming. This is like somebody you can see that, this year you got Emperor Star, you got Dragon Virtue. This is like someone who are in very high power, right? So, they are doing very well. So what happened when people in high power doing very well? Arrogance, right? Arrogance, right? So the one that the calm before the storm. I wouldn't call it the calm before the storm, no. Right? This is like people who has been delivering, been doing a lot, right? So much like, if you want an example, is much like the Shaolin CEO, leh, right? So he's been doing high flying for some time, and then right now what happened is that he just got arrested by the police. Right, so you don't want to end up in this sort of differentiation in sky and put, right? So they forget about the ordinary people, then come boom crash. Yeah, it's like that, lah, right? So no, it's basically that. So if let's say that if this one happened to be in your career palace in the month, then that scenario of you being in a position of power and authority this year, right? And then next year you may be seen as somebody who is rather unappreciative, and you're gonna get the you for lacking of great word to use, you're gonna get the karma, right? So now, first of all, please do not think of this as a punishment or anything, right? So you just need to know that the energy change for everybody. Everybody, the energy change. It's just that telling you, wow, you are having a good time this particular year. You should make sure that you use some of this energy. A lot of time I tell people is that when your energy is very good that time, you need to make other people owe you favor. Best time to make people owe you favor, right? So go and find those people where you know that this year their animal sign suck like hell, like rabbit lah. Just now mentioned rabbit for you, I just give you a tips lah, right? So this year rabbit sucks. Who should you go and help this year? Rabbit. Because why? Next year you're very good. Correct, no, right? So if this year when the rabbit is going through a suck time, you're there, you are the shoulder for the rabbit to cry on. So next year, when you're going through a bit of a bad time, that time, can you go to the rabbit and put your hand on the shoulder of the rabbit? You remember next year. You remember last year, when you were going through the bad time, who were the one who come over and, supported you? So this year is for you to basically to collect the, the strategic goodness that you have done. Right, so you got 6 months, right? So go and find all the rabbit around you. So this is why a lot of time I tell people, please go and look at other people 八字 chart. How you look at other people 八字 chart is actually really very simple. You just go around and then go like, hey, I just studied this thing called 八字. This is the Chinese birth date, ancient birth date analysis. Hey, you want me to take a look at your birth date? There, done. Right? Everybody is very curious, very capable in this world. And if you do that, you talk to people, right? People will hand you their birthday. Very amazing. So now then you got a birthday already, then you mark inside a file. Right? So every year what you do is that you just flip the file. This year, I'm looking for rabbit. Right? So look for the rabbit. Right? So and then go and help out all the rabbit with your awesomeness star this year. You help out the rabbit. All the rabbit, you place some, so somebody say, brownie point, right? Yeah. Go and help out some brownie point. But it's actually just for your self-preparation. Like, do not waste the good energy, right? So you still got 6 months, right? So please don't go and panic. Oh, next year, gonna die, right? So next year strategy, we talk about it in the next year strategy session. But I didn't have time to analyze and take advantage. Eventually you have time, right? So let's go and take a look at the second one. Right, let's take a look at the second one, right? So so second one is the horse, right? So second one is the horse. right? So you can see that this year the horse also has quite a lot of good star together, right? So you got the sun star, you got intelligent star, got the study horse star, right? So the horse basically to talk about this year, the horse is in a very intelligent position. So when you're in an intelligent position now, a lot of people expect a lot from you. You are able to give a lot of solution to people, which is great. Okay, which is great. So now what happened when we interlace this to a next year, right? So now this year, so you take a look at the nice little plushie there, right? So this is a horse carrying a very, 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 very fat officer. So now what happened when you carry a very, very fat officer? Right? Because next year you got a general star there. You see, when this year you have a lot of solution, you're like performing magic, any single problem thrown to you, you seems to have a way to solve it, right? What happened? Expectation goes up, and there is gonna be what we call um, over the board type of expectation, which is not good. Actually, it's not good. I always tell people, when things are doing good, you better be careful because why? People will just increase, right? So now this one is the case with, let's say that you're a salesperson. You're a salesperson, so your company, let's say that your company normally your company performance is, let's say, 500,000. I know 500,000 is a very small company, right? So it's 500,000. For some freak reason, this particular year, because you got a host inside your career palace, right? You did really good in your sales. You managed to hit 1 million. You basically knocked the ball out of the entire court. Now you're the top sale of the top sales of the top sales of the top sales in the company, right? So you basically has a record right now. Your big picture is inside the Hall of Fame. Okay, now tell me what happened to next year. Your next year's target is gonna be, at first it's 500,000, right? It's gonna be like 600,000, or do you think it's gonna be 120,000 and 1.2 million? You know the trouble that you're in. So right now, what happened is that you don't have any more good star with you. Right? So can you see that it's very difficult for you to maintain the thing that you have? And now suddenly you're given a general star. So general star is basically a star whereby you need to take up leadership and all those kind of things, right? So can you actually carry that particular responsibility? Because people give you the responsibility based on your last year's expectation. It's compounded based on last year. Those that do sales one, they know this very well. If this year, if I deliver too much, right? Next year, they're going to increase my sales target. So this year, I don't deliver so much. Salespeople all know this trick one, right? They hold back on all the invoices. They tell the customer, hey, this year, don't submit first, can. Right, so they move their thing, right? So you better be careful, or else you're gonna be a horse, whereby you're gonna be right by a lot of responsibility, where else you don't have enough of the star, because all the star that last year was here wasn't here anymore. Okay, so you couldn't utilize those things, right? So which means you're gonna be in a situation whereby you got no idea, don't have any idea. Okay, right? So yeah, interesting sales strategy. Mary haven't done sales before. Confirm. This strategy every salesman know how to do. Okay, they hold back on the right. So either they hold back on it or they trade it to the rest of their colleague. Yeah, they trade it to the rest of the colleague. They see which colleague haven't missed target yet. Hey, bro, this one give to you. Now you owe me. Yeah, right. Next month when I need it, that time, right, I can take back from you. Right. So that's what they do. They trade their sales. Okay. We keep each other alive, we trade ourselves. Teach all this bad thing, right? So now back to this one, right? So now what are the things you're gonna do, right? So this year, provide more solution to the rabbit. The same thing, right? So this year rabbit not really that great, right? So you go there, rabbit, give rabbit some idea. So now next year, when you are in the general star there, when you are the general star, you can actually now control people. So who are the one that you're gonna go and control? Hey, rabbit, this year you join my team. Can the rabbit say no? So right now you can push the work to the rabbit. Right, so it's a great Tai Chi. Basically, it's a great Tai Chi. Right? Give it to the rabbit this year. Yeah, right. So now you see every single thing go back to the rabbit. You can do it to a rooster as well, by the way, right? So you guys can do it to a rooster. Rooster next year also very good, right? So pretty nice, right? So no, it's going to be so then like these are the things that you when you sit down, you want to do a bit of a study, right? So you can also do this with your house feng shui. It's actually the exact same thing. Right? You take a look at how feng shui, how the feng shui energy change, then you would roughly can do a bit of a guessing on, how's the year is gonna be, right? So this one, you can basically do. Good also got bad next year. Don't know lah. We'll still take a look. I used to do acquisition sales. Postpone the sales to next financial year. You've already met sales target. Now see, Neo is doing it the correct way. Yeah, everybody do sales one do this, right? So that's why you need to be very careful. So that's why a lot of time when people say that, oh, this year is very good, then you need to do more correct and not correct at the same time, depend on the position. But anyway, right? So intelligence star study hall this year, can you up a bit your qualification? Try and up a bit your qualification, because why next year you're gonna take the general star, right? Certain position require qualification. I'll just tell you first. Yeah, right. So if you're working in corporate, they still very much look at a person paper qualification, although they all know that the paper qualification is no use. Like certain position, if you let's say that you want to be a executive advisor, just say, executive director, executive advisor, whatever it is, right? So if let's say that you don't have at least an MBA backing you up, very difficult, right? Very difficult when you're sitting in front of the board, right? Sitting in front of the board, this fellow is a PhD, that fellow, no, it doesn't matter whether the PhD they buy back or study back, don't care first, right? So you need to sit down there, and tell people that, oh, I'm from this Ivy League school. It's part and parcel of doing that. So just remember, you're going to go into this, right? So you're going to be given the position. Great. General star is given position is great. But can you carry the position? That is a completely different story. Getting the position is one thing, carrying it is another. Right? Makes sense, understand, right? So this one, no, that's what I'm telling you right now, is because the expectation is going to be very high because due to your this year's performance. All the expectation is going to be based on this year's performance. And plus additional, if you got a horse inside your chart, you have self-punishment. It's going to be fun. That's why you made yourself the CEO. No need to present paper to myself. Same thing, Veronica. Even if you're not presenting paper to yourself, if you're among your peer CEO, let's say that you go outside, you talk to the rest of the business, especially during what we call if you're pitching for funding. You have a team of people all got high qualification, right? Usually better. Right? Unfortunately, really unfortunately, although a lot of people say that don't judge the book by the cover. Everywhere you go is the cover. Right? So that's why sometimes you want to go and get, some award, right? So a lot of time. Yeah, it's not very useful, but to the general public it's useful. Right? So unfortunate. So if you're playing that game, right? How to mitigate self-punishment for horses? Self-punishment always mitigation very easy. You don't go and do the thing that's Dumbo lah, that's it. Right? It's called self-punishment, right? You put yourself into jail, don't put yourself into jail, right? So now, but again, depending on what is self-punish first, because Jiawood self-punish, the thank God is different from Maroon Water self-punish. Very different, please. Okay, right? So don't go and cure it on a normal circumstances, right? So if you don't want the fat fella to sit on you, right? So you better work on your this year, right? So work on your this year, help some rabbit house, some rooster together next year so they can bring them in to the fold, right? So it's always about predicting what is coming, right? So the last one we're going to talk about, let's still lie. All right, so this one we got the monkey, right? So we got a monkey here. So this monkey is going to school. This monkey is going to school, right? So now this one is, if we take a look at now, this year the monkey got the five prosperity, the sky fortune, right? So these are all mostly enjoyment stuff. right? Defies probability, the word full, right? So it's always associated with enjoyment, as in, a lot of food to eat, right? So, it's a very, actually this year, the monkey is pretty relaxed. With especially with the heavenly Yi, with the moon together, right? So, and also got the grand duke combo. Grand duke combo mean the boss is with you, which is one of the great thing, right? So because snake and monkey is a combo, right? So the boss it's like going out, it's like going out, together with the boss. The boss buy you food, you can order drinks. The boss will cover for you. You guys been to one of those social gathering, whereby your boss is around, your boss is basically the host, right? So it's those kind of fun time, and no one try to touch you, right? So, and then because all of this enjoyment, and next year, you're gonna go to school, right? Which means that all the enjoyment is gonna be ending in next year, right? So you're gonna go from a very enjoy life into a very what we call suddenly come back to planet Earth lah. Right. So now, just give you a perspective. In the olden day, when we talk about going to the imperial exam, it is actually a very deadly activity because the imperial exam actually is in Beijing. So for you to travel from whichever province that you're in to Beijing is basically a death sentence just to travel there. You need a lot of money to buy passage one. Yeah, you go from one province to another province, crossing another province. When you cross into other people's territory, you don't think you need to pay a passage fee, right? So you are basically gambling your entire family fortune, right? So you carry your entire family fortune. You traverse from wherever you are, go over to Beijing there to sit for an exam that got no guarantee that you will pass. And you are fighting with people who are in Beijing who have access. It's a no fun thingy, right? So to do this, right? So this is basically, the monkey is gonna get lasso, and you need to go through a lot of this. And of course, you got the sky horse together, that's a traveling horse, right? So this is exactly what the entire traveling to the imperial palace to take the imperial test is, right? So you go from a very enjoying period into a very cumbersome period. Not bad lah. Would you say it's bad lah? Right. So it's just right. So which means that for those that it's monkey one, maybe next year is a year whereby you want to this is like first year university going into the third year university where you really need to go and study. First year no need to study. Right. First year university, you got to enjoy yourself. You're gonna do all the stupid stuff. Okay. Right. So then, when you go into your second year and you're reaching the end of the third year, you need to really sit down and study and get all your credits up. Right. So it's basically that sort of storyline. Right. So not too bad. But the advice is the same. Right. So now this one is I don't know how to advise you. It's like, enjoy all the perks that you get, while it is available. While it's available. And then at the same time, maybe you want to just take a look at next year is the year whereby you need to come down to planet Earth, right? So you won't have so much support, right? Especially the support from boss is not there anymore. How to meet your self-punishment done? Enjoy what you can, right? So really, it's enjoy what you can, but at the same time, please keep an eye on the future, as in, next year there's no so much enjoyment already, right? So this year, I want to go and eat where, my friend has a monkey in the year and the month, right? Day pillar. May I know what should be the strategy for him? The strategy for him now, like just now, just enjoy it first this year. Enjoy it, So who should you bring to your function and your dinner? Rabbit and also rooster. Yeah, right. So go and find more rabbit and rooster, and you bring them more, pay for the bill, right? Pay for their bill so that again they owe you. It's like a lot of time I pay for the bill for the people around. I always look at them, tell them that, hey, no worry, like this bill, I will pick it up later down the road if one day, right? So if we open a bottle of Love It, I will look at you and then I will remind you of today. Catherine would say, Luffy is not nice. Right, so now you can see that my strategy is always please use all the good stuff to benefit the person who next round gonna do really good. This is called yourself, buying yourself buying yourself the future, because you cannot be good all the time. Right? You cannot be good all the time. So it is actually a strategy that while you are doing good, you lend your energy to somebody who is not doing too well. You help support that particular fella. If the fella is already doing well, right, just leave the fella alone. Okay. I wouldn't go to the person who is, doing very well and tell him to help me. It doesn't work that way, man. Right? So you need to first help the fella first. So that's why you need to use the energy while it is good, right? So and then go and buy yourself some brownie cookie point. Yeah, it's insurance. Okay. Right. So buy yourself a good policy with the guy. So next year when things are not very good, you look the fella in the eye. Brother, in Hong Kong, it's brother. You remember the time when you just came to Hong Kong, one underwear we all share and wear one. Yeah, no, it's those type of situation. You want to hostage them a bit, okay? Right. So now this is what we do in terms of studying the parts, studying the feng shui. So a lot of time we do all of this sort of analysis, just to make sure that we know how to plan. So it's not a situation whereby you just run blindly for 1 year. Right. So this year is good. Run. Because I you can start to see if this year is good. No, it's like I enjoy myself to the max this year. Next year gonna have a bit of a problem already. So my enjoyment is gonna be I'm gonna say that this year is omasake every day. Next year is gonna be fun every day, man. So can you take the plunge or not first or not? Right. So you ask yourself first. Right. So if you are the type of person like me, fun every day is fine one, then it's okay, it's great. You're okay. Right. But for some people may not be able to, then you need to prepare yourself. Right, you need to do a bit of a preparation for yourself, right? So that's what you need to do. Cool. Right, so these are some of it that we can give you. So like this is a short preview of letting you know these are what practitioner does. Right, so we all as a practitioner, this is what we do. We do all this kind of analysis. We find out what is basically the change, and then because of this, is we are able to advise the people who's going through to tell them, what are the strategy that they need to go through. All right, cool. Right, so now what we have, right? So Catherine, we can change it to the next one. So we are going to do more about this year of the horse, and the year of the fire horse seems to be a very important juncture because of the conjunction of this thing. I don't know whether you guys heard of it, the fire horse and the red goat, right? So Check Ma Hong Yong, right? So it's a historically a bit scary time where there is a lot of empire that crumble during this period through history, right? So through history, a lot of empire crumbling during this particular period. So that's why I know there's a lot of practitioner is leveraging on this to tell people that it's going to be doomsday, this and that, right? So don't need to be too scared. Every 60 years there's one round. Right. So no, I always tell people is that every 60 years one round. If you take the 2000-year calendar, right? So that we've been through this many times. 10 times is 600 year, right? So 1200 is 20 times. So we at least we have been through it like 400 times. Okay, right? So don't get too scared with it, right? So very important thing, humans still survive, right? You still see us, we are still apex dominance. Okay, so don't worry about that. There is going to be redistribution, yes, right? So no worry. So now, what we are currently doing right now is that we are organizing the information for next year, right? So this is a session that we do for next year. So we are organizing all the information together. So you can see that we are preparing all of this to talk about each of the animal sign in detail. How do we strategize the animal sign? We will talk about the feng shui component, how to use the particular feng shui for the next year to boost up everything that we're going to be doing, right? So what are the things that we can further utilize on it? And of course, the all-time favorite, Qimeng, right? So a lot of the Qimeng information, and we will also be doing a lot of demo on how to fully utilize the software in terms of getting good dates. So a lot of time, when we are attending all this session, right? They give you the date, and then you guys a lot of time got a bit of a complaint, which is, but this date I cannot use. Okay, now what happens if this date you cannot use? So it's in this sort of session that because we have software access that you can DIY look for your date, right? So like how Catherine has a demo to you all, how she is using the software to specifically target dates for execution, because all your budget chart is different. Like just now, if I, give you the rat, the horse and also the monkey, right? What if your chart got no rat, horse, no monkey? Like, does it mean you're scot-free? No, every single chart also go through a bit of a transformation and changes. There's preparation that you need to do. Right. So Catherine will give you a lot more dates, right? So she'll go through the what we call the detail of the session. What is the package about? What are the things to expect inside, right? So Catherine, I'll just pass it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome.
This is also the first time I'm hearing the sneak peek from Kevin. So he has been preparing this on the back end. So I told him, Kevin, come, let's talk to the people about 2026. So he did a thorough preparation for us. So next year, right, we're thinking, on the 30th of January, we'd like to run a FSA. So I don't call it a feng shui and feng shui astrology event. No, I call it a fast strategic action event. Okay. Kevin will be there as our guest speaker, and I'll be sharing my pragmatic outlook on how we can take fast strategic actions, using Qi Feng Shui. And also, I am going to actually to Tibet and Egypt with Sifu Jessie. So in January, during the session, I will share with you also my learnings and my insights from the trip. All right. So what is it that we have in this package? So basically, we have two kinds of access, okay? We have the standard access, whereby you just come for the Zoom session and then you get access to a 30 days replay. And we have this early bird price. So basically, if you sign up before the 31st of August, it's 19 USD. If you sign up after, it's 29 USD. And we also have what we call the premium access, in which you will get a lot more things. So you will get 1 year access to the Typing Astro standard software of Bazi. I think the standard access is $99. The one I have that you have seen, it's elite access. So you don't get access to what I see, but the standard plan. But if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade later on. I think there's a promotion if you upgrade from standard to elite. Okay. So then you get access to the premium access as well to the 2026 astrology board. You will get, if you're selected, of course, we're going to select 3 participants who have the premium access. Kevin will pick 3 people, and then Kevin will do your live analysis chart live. Okay. Not only that, for the first 100 who sign up for this premium access, you will receive 2 decks of cards, bundle cards, 1 set of 60 jiazi, the other stack of I Ching wisdom cards, plus a surprise gift. All of you know Sandra Constantine? So basically, Sandra, she has just designed a pack of cards, lovely cards, okay? And I would like to support her. Not sure if you know, but she has started her own channel. She's on her own now. So I always like to support our fellow practitioners. So, I work with Sandra so that she can, I would say, we can use those cards that she has designed, really nice cards. And then if you sign up for this premium access, these cards will be self-pickup in Singapore and KL. For overseas, the shipping fee will be billed before we send the gift to you. Now, if you pick it up in Singapore or KL, you'll be picking it up from Sandra, so you can meet her live in person. All right. Okay, so then let me maybe, again, deadline 31st of August, and I think the admin has already sent the sign up link in the chat. You can, connect to that. I'm going to just tell you a little bit more. Okay, so basically here, premium access, you can get access to the Typing Astro standard package. This is a QR code. So scan it and check, what kind of a package it is. If you're interested, sign up. And I know that if you sign up for this standard package, you can upgrade it to elite package at a special price. Now, this software is being developed by one of our practitioners. Kevin is using it. ST is using it. Myself, I'm using it. And Sandra is also using it. So it's quite a really good and reliable software, right? With all those functionalities I've showed you, right? Then moving on, this is the chatbot. So we have one already designed, I think, this year. So if you want to try the chatbot, scan this QR code, you can see what we have. We will update it with 2026 information. All right. And of course, I think the free chatbot, you can only get access to 3 auxiliary stars. But if you have the premium access to the chatbots, you get access to all the stars, in fact. Okay. Now, moving on, this is what I mentioned just now. You will, if you are one of the 3 lucky people with the premium access, we will pick your chart, and then Kevin will do it live during the session. Okay, so the session will be 30th of January next year. And of course, these are the beautiful cards that I talk about, okay, designed by Sandra. All right, so normally the pickup should be in November, because November I'll be in Singapore as well. So I'll meet up with Sandra, and if you guys are in Singapore, we can give you the cards. If not, Sandra will be traveling to KL, so you can meet her there, and you can then collect the cards from her, right? Okay, so this is again the event that we're planning. All right, so interested, you can join us there. I suggest we take a short 5 minutes break. All right, and then I will come back and give you more dates for the rest of the year that you can activate. Okay, so let's just break for 5 minutes. I go take a drink and I come back. Are we ready to continue? If you're back, type a 1 that I see that you guys are back. Yes, okay, so you guys are still there. Esther is there, ST is there, Alexandra, Veronica, Martin is there. Who else is there? Rachel, Randolph, okay, Marina, Enfant, okay. All right. Just now someone in the chat asked, if the standard package, what's the difference between the standard package of Typing Astro, and what is the difference between the Elite package? Honestly, I don't know much about the standard package because I don't have the standard package. Okay, but that said, I gave you a QR code. Yeah. Okay, can you still see my screen? If you can, please type a 1. Yeah. Okay. So in fact, this is the QR code. Scan it, and then you will see the difference between the different packages. Honestly, I only standard this is the 八字. Okay, 八字they don't have AI yet. All right. Okay. Support have posted the link, right? So you can click on this link to compare the package between standard and elite. All right. For me, I think this elite package has the annotations, meaning when you click on those words, right, you get a pop-up message to explain to you what jiaout is, what clash is, what the definition of the auxiliary stars, that kind of thing, right? So this is what you have. So let me, and then you get also the relationships, between the standard shows the 八字 monthly and the year. Yes, standard does show you the 八字 monthly and the year. Yes, okay. You know what? I think, what is ST saying? My advice is, if you can afford it, go straight for the elite package. If not, at least the premium. So the premium, I think, is the standard, right? So the standard is already part of the premium, or what you call the premium ST is actually the standard package, which is a part of this 129, all right, premium access. But again, what ST say, if you can, go for the elite package, because you get a lot of notes in the elite package, in fact, and this really helps me in my practice. Okay. Again, the link is there on the chat. Okay, go compare the software. All right. And then you can compare the 2 different packages. Now in 八字 they don't have the AI yet. Only in Shimen, then they have the AI. Right. So in 八字 they don't have the AI yet. One good thing is in the in this standard package alone, you have the 通书, you have the date selection. Okay, I am not sure if in the standard package does it tell you if it combines with you or not to your personal bazi chart or whoever chart you're plotting. I'm not sure if it shows that relationship. I don't think so, but at least you get a tongshu to see if it clashes with you or not. Okay. So yeah, then maybe somebody asked as well, you know, will only three people's chart be selected to be analyzed by Kevin for the event? I will say yes, because the event only will last 4 hours. Okay, it's a half day event, so we cannot be reading, you know, everybody's chart. Otherwise, we will not have time to share with you the content of 2026, right? So we'll select the three selected participants. And like I said, you know, nothing beats a live consultation with a consultant. You can use the tools. For example, I'm using, you know, the tool to continue my practice. All right. But when people come to me for a consult, we get to talk to each other. We can deep dive into the subject matter with, you know, with a consultant. So the example that I gave you is actually one of my friend. Okay. She was just asking me for a consult, and you know, this was what I did for her, right? And I myself, I've consulted with several consultants from the JY team, and Nancy was one of them. She was the, you know, very first consultant that gave me achievement consult, and then Mindy as well, Amber, Iverson, and Kevin did my home feng shui consultation. And then recently I met Sandra. She did a face reading for me. Each of them have their own unique experience, and you need to find a consultant or coach that can help you to grow and move forward. This is what I call affinity, right? If you feel stuck or feel stagnant, talk to someone. They can help you see the things that you don't see. Okay? So now let me move on to the date selection. Let me see. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. Right. So on the 23rd of August is a good date to activate the 7-star robbery. Activation, I think I've already posted 2 or 3 dates on my Facebook channel, right? Open all the windows and doors in the direction indicated below. This will allow good energy and invisible wealth to flow into the house. You do the activation clockwise, meaning you place a water fountain in the sector South 1 or South 3 of the house. You start with that, okay? Then you place a fan blowing towards the interior of the house in the sector Northwest 2. Place a fan blowing inwards to the interior of the house in East 3 or East 1. So clockwise, start with South 1 or South 3 first with a water fountain, okay? Then followed by turning on a fan that blows inwards in the section Northwest 2. Yes. And then place a fan blowing towards the interior of the house in the East 1 or East 3 sector. South 1 or South 3 in bedroom can place water fountain. Look, this is only 2 hours. All right, this is a water fountain, an activation that we ask you to do, and you leave it for 2 hours. So yes, not a problem, you can leave it. Fong. Okay. And all right, take a screenshot of this. Then another day, okay, it's the 6th of October. So the dates that I'm going to give you now are the dates for the rest of the year. Okay. So 6th of October, there are 3 timings: 1:19 a.m., 7:19 a.m., 9:19 a.m. Horse cannot do 23rd. This is okay. Wait, Vivian, Yang Gong Day is Feng Shui consult, not Feng Shui activation. Okay, so as masters, normally during Yang Gong Day, we don't go do Feng Shui consults. Okay, but activation, you still can do it. All right. So on the 6th of October, remove blockages, trauma. If you feel stuck and stagnant, this is the day 6th October, and there are 3 different timings. This is a heavenly pardon day. So it's a closed day, a good day to use to remove blockages and trauma. A day for you to meditate, or a day to run an inner work workshop. If anybody is, a inner work coach, right? Please, you can make use of this day to run an inner work workshop. So start your workshop at 9 a.m. All right. Be in the South 2 sector, the horse sector. Face south, back north when you're talking to people. This timing will 10x for those who have north as their Tao Palace. This date here, 6 October, is not for tiger because it clashes with the tiger, but it's great for monkey, rat, dragon, and snake. What type of water fountain? Oh, okay, so you're still on the previous activation. Water fountain, simple. You have a pail of water, you put a water, and then you put a pump, and then the water just splits out. Okay. Not for tiger in day or in year animal sign. Martin, yes, you're right. Not for tiger. Not for people with tiger in the day and the year. Okay, and you see this Taiping Astro Tongshu, it tells you, that this date, 6th of October, it's Earth Monkey Day. It's a closed day. And it actually combined with monkey, rat, dragon, and snake. That's why, people who have North as their Tao Palace will also benefit from it, and also great for these animal signs and not for tiger. Okay, and you can see all the good stars, and there is a heavenly pardon noble star. Okay, now moving on to the next one. The next date will be the 15th of October. This is a wealth activation day. So again, we use the water fountain activation. So 15th of October, there are 3 time slots. I myself, I will not wake up at 1:19 in the morning to do this. Okay, so I'll probably do it at 9:19 or 11:19 or 19:19. Okay, so these are hours, right? 1:19, 19:19, 9:19, 19:19, and 11:19. These are the different hours with different animal signs. So pick the one that really combines with you. Okay. Husband, wild tiger, and rest family, no tiger, then how to consider? You know what? These are very good questions, right? The thing is, husband is tiger, right? So it doesn't work for husband, but the rest works, right? So we use it for the rest. Do it. If husband is the one that needs it, then choose a date that fits him. Okay. Now, water fountain activation. Same thing for 15th of October. Okay. You have the bright hall star. It's a danger day. As you can see here, it's a danger day. It's a fire snake day. It's a bright hall day, right? And it's really good with snake, rooster, ox, and monkey, and clashes with the pig. I have a pig in one of my pillars, so this is a day I will not be able to use. And also on this day, I will probably in Chengdu on my way to the Tibet soul journey with Sifu Jessie, right? So, dates that you can use it, okay? If dates that you can't use, then this is not for you. Now, be careful, because in October, this is where the energy of next year starts to come in. Because we are activating the South 2 sector, and next year, 5 yellow will be sitting in the South sector. Okay, so if you are in doubt, if you're afraid, don't use these dates. All right. After a danger day comes a success day. So you need to take some risk, and success will follow if you're up for it. Again, like I said, not for pigs, great for snake, rooster, ox, or monkey. If bedroom in South 2 can use, and like I said, only 2 hours, right? Water activation, only 2 hours. Okay. Leave the activation for at least 2 hours. All right, Mary? Then, moving on. This is 21st of November. We have the bright hall and the noble star. 3:19 a.m. and 1:19 p.m. Open all the windows and doors in the south 2 directions. This allows good energy opportunities, invisible money to flow in. Place a water fountain in the sector south 2. Do not activate if in doubt. Okay. Mary, I suppose you're living in an apartment, not a house, right? So if you're living in an apartment, okay, you can put it in the bedroom. Again, like I said, 2 hours, not a problem. But if you're living in a house, you can open the window and you can, put the water activation just outside the door. If you don't want it to be in the bedroom, right? Okay, okay, right. So it's okay if it's in the bedroom, right? You can use it and put it in the bedroom. Like I said, 2 hours only. This water feature is not going to last there forever, right? Hopefully you do it, like for example, this one that you're seeing, it's 1:19 p.m. You're not sleeping in there anymore, right? So you just activate it for the afternoon, remove it before you go to bed at night. Okay? Then the next date, 4th of December. Okay? 4th of December is a success day with Bright Hall and Fortune Grove. Again, we use the water fountain activation. Again, we focus on the South 2 sector. Okay? Again, if you're in doubt, don't use it. This is a day whereby you get prepared for 2026. What do you use this date for? You use this date actually for getting ready to accumulate the wealth for next year. Okay, to activate the energy starting this year for next year. Okay, not for the ox, great for goat, pig, rabbit, and horse. Okay, so just like the previous example, I gave you 2 dates, right? One that's not good for pigs, and then the other one which is not good for rat, right? So I gave you 2 dates. Now this one here, not for ox, great for goat, pig, rabbit, and horse. Okay, leave the activation there again for at least 2 hours. Which date exactly when the 2026 energy comes in? The month of October. The month of October. Okay. Now this is the other one. Okay, this is where if you don't want to use the south sector with the water activation because you're afraid that it will activate the 5 yellow because the energy in October will already bring in some energy of the 2026, right? What you can do is you can do meditation or start writing in that sector. Okay, remember just now I talked about writing meditation, right? So you can sit in the center of your home or the south sector, back to your personal down palace, start meditating or start writing. To get ready for 2026, start to reflect on your journey of what happened in 2025 and what your intentions may be for 26. Okay, this date is not for ox, great for goat, pig, rabbit, and horse. Okay. Then we have the 21st of December. This is the last heavenly pardon day of the month of the year. So a day to reflect upon your wrongdoings and ask for universal forgiveness, a day for inner work and self-reflection. Go to your destiny palace and back to your Tao direction. Start to reflect on your wrongdoings, ask for forgiveness and what your intentions, and question yourself what your intentions may be for 26. Not for horse, great for rat, dragon, monkey, ox. Why can you not, okay, wait. So Judith asks, can we sleep in the south in 2026? Why not? The 5 yellow, right? If you don't disturb it, it's fine. If let's say your bedroom is in the south next year, for where the 5 yellow is coming in, if you are not doing any renovation, if you are not slamming the door, that's fine. You can sleep in the south, not a problem at all. Right? I have 2 ox. I can't prepare for 2026. Look, Wendy, you see, you always can prepare for 2026. You just cannot use the date I give you. You just have to pick a different date. Okay? So you always can prepare for 2026. And I mean, you have 2 ox, you can use other days to do other things, right? Gain clarity, activate your intuition, look at what happened this year. You can always do things, right? So yes, you can always prepare. If the main door is at south, can I still use that main door in 2026? Why not? If you have other doors, use other doors. But if you have the main door in the south, I have my main door in the south. Am I going to use it? Yes, because it's a door. As long as you don't slam the door and you don't, renovate, or you don't change your door, you don't make a lot of noise in the south next year, you can. Sorry, I am new. What is Tao? Okay. This one, Tao Palace. Remember just now I show you your destiny chart, right? So you need to see where your Tao Palace is in your achievement destiny chart. Okay. Right. So those are the dates I have for you. What I want to say to you is this: guide your steps with intentions, steer your heart with virtue, and move with the current of life. Go with the flow. Because the wise shape their path without fighting the river's flow. Okay? I hope to see you next year in the FSA. I don't think I'll be running any more events now till the end of the year. I may publish some videos here and there because I'm going to a 2 different soul journey, and Q4 will be a very busy year, a busy quarter for me. So I would probably not, be doing any free events. So thank you for those who have already signed up. Those who have not, this is the QR code, and I think admin just posted the link as well. So I hope you like the sharing, and if you have any questions, type it on the chat. I will try to reply to some of you. And thank you again for joining me and Kevin today. Hope to see you in next year's FSA, and all the best for the next quarter. I hope whatever we have shared today is helpful. Do join my Facebook channel and go watch my YouTube videos for those who are new. All right. And subscribe to them and like my videos. Then that will encourage me to do more videos for you. Okay. Bye for now.